Hey everyone, welcome to Magic Friday. My name is Jamie D. Grant. Thanks for tuning in. Let me apologize right off the bat for wearing sunglasses. I'm just having some ocular issues today that I won't get into. So instead of talking about my eyes for the next 10 minutes, we are going to talk about Dan Hauss and his new DVD set, Restless. I reviewed something by Dan, I guess it was a year ago maybe, Flow, which was fantastic. And I really like Dan as a performer, as a thinker. I hear he's a super nice guy, and he's really put all those qualities together into this new DVD set. The thing that I like about Dan is that he's not afraid to do the work. Now, I'm not talking about work about, doing 5,000 Pharaoh shuffles, even though that's key to a lot of things, but the work as in taking, objects in the world, manipulating them until they, they look back to normal, of course, but until they do certain functions that I would never think about in a trillion years, right? He's a bit arts and craftsy, which is funny, because when you see him, he's very, cool guy, what's up? You wouldn't expect him to be, shopping at Michael's. But it's great, and it's great for us that he does. We're going to be talking about, in particular, Footloose, I believe is the name of the effect, off of DVD. I'm hoping it's number 3. I think it's number 3. And it's a shoelace effect. Now, it's funny that we're going to talk about shoelaces for a second. I was in, I don't know, someplace in Florida. I think it was Panama City Beach. And we were at a restaurant. And there was some kid doing, he was like the server, and he was doing magic. And I was like, magic server, this is fantastic. And we started talking, and I asked him, what is the best trick that you do, when you're doing your serving? And he said the self-tying shoelace. He said he would do it 100 times a night. He loved it. There was just something about it that just, everyone has shoelaces, everyone wears shoes, everyone touches this object at least twice a day, unless you're, skateboarding or something. But for the most, it's just such a, I can't even think of anything that people use more often. Really, shoes, pants. Next thing we need is a pant trick. Other than those two things, you're not going to find anything more common. So this effect that we're talking about today, Footloose, is fantastic, and it was awesome. It was great. All I had to do was find someone with a shoelace. Black shoelace, but that's, the most common thing I've seen around. And it went like gangbusters yesterday. It went like gangbusters. It resets immediately. I can do it as many times in a row as I like. And there is something, there's always something good. It's the same reason why I do crazy man handcuffs at walk-around gigs. When you have 5 people, right? Unlike busking or the stage show, which everything is da-da-da, there's something really nice about a group of people all looking down. I'm going to let you think about that for a second. You're at a party, you're at a function, right? Everyone's talking, everyone just drinks, but in the center, there's a group of 5, 10, whatever people, and they're all looking down. Why? Because magic's happening, that's why. I'm going to show this to you in a second, because I've got to cut away, because I don't have the technical capabilities. I'm not Homer Leeweg, I don't have dollies at my house or anything. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. It crushed Angry Bob. You see those shoes? That's on my shoelace. I think he thought I switched his shoelace on him previously. It was interesting. He wanted to inspect his shoelace, which is weird. Why would you want to inspect your own? I think he thinks I'm pretty smart. Great for me. Everyone else, they're looking. You know what? Now that I think about it, everyone looked at their own shoelace. I don't think anyone. They kind of give mine a cursory inspection, but they want to see if something. What happened. And once they looked at the shoelaces and the end, that's normal. It's great. They had no idea. And the other thing I like is I don't know if you can see this. I like the bit of tape on the end. For whatever reason, I like that little snap on the end. I know Dan does it with like the ends when he restores them, they come off. When he makes the shoelace one, he's got like the ends in his hand. I prefer that the tape goes invisible. That's kind of my pitch on the whole sawing a lady in half idea. Dan is great. I think it's guys like this that we need to support. I personally believe in buying magic, not just for the tricks, but to learn, you know, ideas and thought process from different people. And he's got, I mean, this is one of the few DVD sets I could have picked a number of things. You know, the marker and coin transpo was awesome. He had a whole bunch, the Aquafina bottle was awesome. Like, he just has such great thought process that you can just watch and learn, and it'll inspire you to do something, you know, with your own magic in your house. You know, I'm going to start disassembling our car actually later for this effect that I'm going to work on. I just got to go buy some super glue first. That said, thanks for watching Restless. That was called Footloose. I'm going to show it to you right now. Hopefully it'll look good. And I will see everybody next week. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Jamie D. Grant, and this is Magic Friday. The one question I get all the time about magic is, how did you do it? Not only how did I do it, but how do they do it? And they being other magicians. Specifically, the question I get asked the most is, how do they cut that lady in half and put her back together? So today, I'm going to let you, my friends, in on a little secret. I'm going to let you know how it works. Not only am I going to let you know how it works, I'm going to let you know how it works without a head, which apparently is quite difficult. Now, the act of cutting a woman in two actually isn't as hard as you might think. The problem is putting her back together. And that's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to demonstrate using my shoelaces. I would like to use yours, but you're not here, so we'll use mine instead. And here we go. Here is the big secret exposed. Because you know how they get that lady back in two? Scotch tape. I know, it sounds crazy, but that's exactly how it works. Usually when you're on stage being misdirected by the pretty ladies dancing around the stage, someone will sneak on stage with a massive roll of Scotch tape. They'll wrap it around her torso and she'll be back together. No kidding. You think it's you think I'm crazy, but that's exactly how it works. And I'm gonna show you why it works. Because magic's not important how, it's also important why. Because if you watch this Scotch tape, I want to ask you one simple question, which is, what is another name for Scotch tape? Because if you rub it, I think you'll remember the name, which is invisible tape. See, you can't see it at all. You'd be on stage and that lady would look completely whole. Look, you can tug it. She can walk. It is completely gone. The invisible tape is absolutely invisible. And that's how it works. Of course, we can't expose the secrets here, so I'll just have that back. And that, my friends, is sawing a lady in two. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I am Jamie D. Grant. Thanks for watching Magic Friday.